Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it is episode 86, and in today's episode we have the end of season review and what its season has been. However, if you have for some reason not watched episode 85, highly recommend you go check it out because we are right there in the top right hand corner. Danish manager. I have gone in and done about a 40-minute episode, just kind of scrolling through Denmark, having a look at the players that we have at our disposal. Didn't really go into too much depth about what's happened in the past with Denmark. I'm really just focusing on what we can do from this moment on. It's our own team. We're going to take it under our own way, and off we go. In terms of everything else since we last met, not much really to say, really. We went through and we were really, really good. The last game we saw was obviously the end of the double where we won the Sky by Pokelin. We got absolutely FM'd by Copenhagen. When I mean FM'd, I mean properly FM'd. This one was a bit disappointing not to win with 21 shots at home against Copenhagen, but doesn't really matter. Beat AGF and FC Midtjylland, and we have second place Nords on the final day of the season. Important to know that Zahora was named Golden Boot winner. I don't know if he's also Danish yet. He's got 1,000 days left to be Danish. He's someone that probably could play for Denmark. Look at that. First bit of news, Zahora wins Golden Boot winner. Second thing is, for the end of season review, we got an extra 2 million for the coefficient ranking pool money, which is nice, and we got 4 million for our TV revenue for games that was played throughout. So we have got over 35 million in the budget at the moment, and we're about to go and obviously get another 2 million for finishing top of the league for the season. We really could get a really big transfer budget, and this year has been the year that this save's gone from we're at SFB, we're starting to dominate, but we're not really dominating Denmark, and we're one of the clubs around to, we're going to be one of the top clubs around. We've sorted out our finances that we could really, really, really push the squad on next year with the right signings. Now, do I think we need to go big with the squad? No, but I'm going to talk more about that after this last game of the season. We're always going to definitely do this last game of the season. And since we last met as well, thank God you're here is suspended, which is unfortunate. Joe Hoge is going to come in like for like as well. We're going to move those two around. Raphael Albrecht in the hole, and I'm going to get in double check for the last game of the season. Neil James has been in good form, but it's the last game of the season, so Zahora we'll get into. If anything, even though Mpegessi's been great and we love Mpegesi, and everything is yet to be capped, by the way, by South Africa. You never know. I'm going to give Philip the final game. I feel like Philip's been really developing, and there we are. Also important to note, this guy is unreal. Park, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. How are you, my man? Look how good he is. When he came out at 15, he was 1 star. He's already gone up a whole star in months. I've been working on his passing. His passing was a 5, and his vision was a 7. It's now a 7 and a 9. His technique was a 10. It's now an 11. His finishing is now up to 14, and his pace was 8. It's now already 10, and I haven't even worked on the pace because I said it was going to be passing until it gets to like 8 and 10. Just to get him at a level that he can pass the ball, and then looking at his physicals. This guy at 15 years of age is really good. His national report is really good. Expect this guy, maybe 17, whatever, to be called up to the Danish squad because we do lack a out-and-out young striker that's going to do a job. This guy, I reckon, could be part of the Champions League winning team if we can keep him here. He is unbelievable. His composure's going up. He's mentally looking good. And that was the one thing I said when he came through, is that there was a lot of 6s or 7s that could be 8 or 9s very quickly. He's killing it as well, right? In the 19s in the reserves, averaging an 8. When he turns 16, I'm not loaning him out. He's probably just going to go straight into the first team. And Morton, if he leaves whenever, if he does, so be it. I will 100% cash in on Morton for a few million and use Lars as the backup striker because he's so good. Anyway, on the final day of the season, we are going to go pretty full strength. Marco is back from injury as well. He's been injured the last few games. He's going to come back in as well. And who knows whose last game it's going to be. Neff's got a lot of interest. Newcastle is one of them. And they have money, and he has a 22 mil release fee. We got to talk about who's wanted though more at the end of this game. We're going to go with Philippe in goals because I believe the youngster needs to play. North Beach, how are you? Good to see you. Moreno, Marcus, Campbell, Neff, Hopefully it's not his last game of the season, but it could be. Yepi and Joe. Joe also has interest as well. Andreas, because of the injury, obviously, to Bum the Jar, Rafael Albrecht, Dolcek, and Zahora up top. We are going to get into this game. I'm going to quickly close the middle door because it's just been flung open and we don't want the background noise. I'm really, really, really happy with where this team is, how this season's gone. Champions League went absolutely as best it could have been. We've done the double. We have all the money in the club. For the first time, I really can say I think we are the best team in Denmark in the whole entire save. And now that we're even Danish manager right at the end of the season, it is really, 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 really nice to be. Now, I don't want to really lose this game either. They beat us 4-0 when we could have won the title last episode. In terms of episode 84, 85 obviously was the Danish episode. But yeah, episode 84, this exact team absolutely romped us. By the way, this guy, Lars Morch, I want a national team scout report on him as well, because I do see this guy as an option for the national team as well. And yeah, look, I'm every time I see a guy perform now in the league, I'm just thinking national team. It's now a very nice dynamic to have now that we are Danish manager, finally. It'd be a great rate for us to end the season. Thank God he's suspended, but that'll be okay. There's your boys. Since the humiliation where they beat us 4-0 at their ground where we could have won the title, here we are. And yeah, look, it's a good place to be in. They've started to slowly drop the form. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm going to quickly close this middle door. And yeah, how was the day? Not bad, North Beach. Not bad. We have looked really decent. So, look, we're going to continue on here. Hopefully we go in and win on the final day of the season would be nice. I don't think we're setting a record points tally, but we're setting our own record points tally, of course, with the limited history that we do have. So we've got that in the bag. We've done well with the wins. I would like to not lose on the final day as champions, but FM has a funny way of doing this thing to us as well. Anyway, Bill on this left-hand side, Jones, effort block, falls back to Jones in the end, straight at Philippe, who has kept a couple clean sheets this year, the promising goalkeeper in his first few games for the club. Anyway, Yepi playing back a line, which he may do for Denmark. Something we talked about that we lack probably an out-and-out defensively minded midfield, and he can do the job. But yeah, we'll talk about that more in Denmark episodes. Anyway, the ball to we may have just seen goal of the year in the last game of the year. Now, he scored a goal that was way more important. That should be our goal of the year, and that's a free kick against Leipzig, which I am going to show you this episode, if it doesn't win goal of the year. But we may have just seen goal of the year. On the half volley in between two guys, he's absolutely bulleted in to the side netting. Jeppe Hansen, eat your heart out. What a goal. Wow. First shot we have is flown in. Oh, what a hit. Anyway, Rafael Albrecht balling back stick. Andreas doesn't win. Joe Hoge won't get on that, but Yepi won't get on that either, and Atunga's going to get on it. Yepi gets a foot. Joe Hoge gets a secondary foot. Well done. Zahora now. Rafael Albrecht looking for Dolcek off the bench. And then, yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was something. That was unreal. The chat was like, yeah, that's a hit. That is probably a better goal than the goal that he scored. In the end, Jacob didn't use his hands. He used his feet and did keep it, but really didn't need to. Oh, it's fallen to Atunga, and in the end, Jacob makes the save. That goal might have been a better hit and a better finish, and had more pressure, or maybe not pressure, more people around him. But the 93rd minute free kick to win the game against Leipzig, which ultimately got us out of the group in our first time in the group stage in the Champions League, I think that goal deserves a win goal of the year. Anyway, Joe Hoge, ball to Dolcek, Zahora, he goes for goal and it's 2-0, and there we go, boys. Party atmosphere here at SFB. Hopefully with the increase of rep, we fill out the stadium week in, week out. We can start making a profit every week in Denmark as well. It'd be nice to get a new major sponsor, which could happen this episode too. And hopefully we just keep on growing and start really getting a turnover. And yeah, we're also interested to see how the league does, because we did go on a run in the cup, and see, what's going on, in and around what's happening with the league and the money and all that as well. Because we have an increase of the money because we moved up in the leagues to 13th. If we get into the top 10, it's going to increase again. And yeah. Anyway, Morano, ball towards Joe Hoge, does well. Gets his foot on it. Eugene Neff was inside, but unfortunately we didn't win it. Campbell does well, but only as far as Naami. And Atunga is quick. And this is where we don't like Nords, because they are so quick. And in the end, Jacob covered his post enough that they've hit the post. And it's still just 2-0. See, every chance for a win for them when they beat us 4-0. Here today, they haven't scored yet, which is good. Anyway, the Border was a Tunga was definitely on, but Will picked off and Dolchek heads into Orbres. We're doing well here on the final day of the season. And Orbres, yes, mother, what would you like?
Can you sweep and mop the whole
House tomorrow?
and do it properly?
Well,
I'll make sure I wash the mops, but make sure you do it tomorrow.
Perfect, not a problem.
Sweep and mop.
Not a problem. Moreno, still going, Yeppy. Good ball, Orbres doesn't win it. And they're going to hit us on the break. This is the problem in the Woods. This is all they do is long ball to a Tunga and run. Marquez, what a tackle. And there we go. Anyway, Jacob. If this wasn't the end of season review, I would call this episode Sweep and Mop. But unfortunately, last episode, it's the end of season review. So we're calling it the end of season 8 review. Dolchek now, getting down the line. Still going Dolchek. He's gone for goal. It's hit the post. It's fallen to Zahora and it's free. And what they did to us, well, they were clinical. We've been super clinical today because I don't think Nords have been overly bad. Just because of how quick their team is, they're fast becoming the second best team in Denmark. We have just gone next level. Dolchek in the end really should just cut it to Zahora, but it still works. And yeah, very good from us. 3-0, looking good. I'm happy, you're happy, we're all pretty happy. And I think this is a great way to end the season. Anyway, Francis now into Bill Morch, who was scouting for the Danish job. Francis. And he goes back on to Roma. Looking for Jones. Well played. The tackle didn't come in. In the end, Jones is offside. I was about to say great tackle from Neff, but he didn't actually win it. Didn't need to in the end because of the offside flag. In the end, that's going to be disallowed for offside. Beautiful. And we're still 3-0 up, approaching half-time, which is good to see as well. Was he off? Looks off by a mile. He is. There we are. Didn't even look for the offside flag. Anyway, corner to a Tunga. Good ball in. Cleared away by Campbell, but only as far as Nanami. And his ball goes back on line to Roma. And they're probably value for a goal at the moment, this half, Nords, and that would keep him in the fight. The ball's picked off by Eugene Nefto. Dolchek now can go on the break. He looks for Orbres, finds him. Raphael knows how to pick a pass and knows how to go on a run. What a ball to Zahora. Zahora with the chip. It's 4. And on the break we go. And what they do to us, we can do to them. They beat us 4-0, obviously, when we're trying to do the double. On the final day of the season, we're 4-0 up inside half-time. And here we go. Great little ball by Raphael Orbres. Good body by Zahora to find a yard as well. Great chip from the club wonder that is Zahora. And we are 4-0 up on the final day of the season. And may we make it 5 right on half-time. Andreas Moreno's ball in. Zahora's a big boy in the air, didn't win it. Joe Hoge, though, does win it because that's what he does. And the ball out to Moreno is really something. The ball to Orbres blocked. It was definitely there to be hit. In the end, cleared. Wasn't the highlight either. And the Tunga runs it out of play. Apparently, Marquez pulled him back. I didn't even see a foul in that, but yeah, sure. And that is going to be half-time, and we have been sensational. Into the second half we go. We've looked really good, and hopefully we can keep continuing in the same vein of form. Anyway, Joe Hoge now going with it. Still going on the run. Good ball towards Zahora. Great tackle by Roma. Really with a better ball. We should have been in for 5. And they go long yet again. Campbell heads. Dolchek now. That is Bill off. They're down the 10 men. They can't handle that. We're better than them, boys. And they are down to 10. And now, I expect us to run away with this game here. 60 minutes played. We've looked pretty amazing. I am going to make a change as they have a corner, of course. I think Skull's been really good. And we're going to do that. And we're going to get Scott into the hole. And I'm just going to get Orbres back a line. Just go perform as a Mazzala in attack. And Neil Jenkins deserves to be out there. He's had a great year as Neil. Apparently he's not there. There we are. And Neil Jenkins had a great year. You're going to get him out there on the left-hand side. Done. Liege, Belgium third tier. AJ wants to know if we should go RFC Liege, Doxa Dramas in Greece, or the... I can never pronounce them. Yes, mother.
I don't know whether Frank was joking or not.
Okay, hold up a second, right?
Sorry.
Not a problem. Can you talk about this in about 5 minutes?
Yes.
Not a problem, thank you.
Come to me.
Alright, too easy. Tunga scores 4-1 here, YouTube. Apologies. And there we are. You're all good, Dim. You just missed about the 40 minutes that we did on Denmark, but that's all good. Same with AJ. I really like the Belgian third tier with Liege, to be fair, AJ. In the end, 70 minutes. We conceded, of course, the 10-man. Christensen's going to come in here. As well for Marquez, who looks dead. Yeppy. Andreas. Good ball. Marquez, volley that. Hit it. Blocked. Would have been nice. In the end, Marquez again. Back into Campbell. The ball is poor. Are they going to score two? Also, unlucky for Jacob that he got conceded against 10 men here. Really should have been his third clean sheet in the season. And Rafael Albrecht back online to get Emil Skov out there because he's had a great year himself. And Albrecht beats a man. No, that's how you beat a man, boys. The ball in's good. Andreas is there. What a run from Rafael. Great run. We're going to get Morton in as well. Somehow they're the wrong way around. Right. I don't know how that happened. And Ortega's going to come in for Neff because Neff's had a great year. If it's his last game for the club because we've lost him to 22 million, so be it. What a servant the Australians in. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's still here. But yeah, 5-1, we've looked the goods. And yeah, there we go. Should be home and hosed. Should be home and hosed, but 5-1 up. We are home and hosed. What a way to end the season, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A 5-1 drubbing of second place Nords. They beat us 4-0, obviously, last time we played, so nice to get some revenge back on them. And yeah, we are looking very, very, very good. Absolutely, the players, absolutely delighted. Great way to end. All right, we've got 80 points this season. 80 points this season. That is good enough to win the league every year. 80 points. That has been on the save. No one has got close. The next closest, Copenhagen got a point of 70. What a year we had. We really, 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 really are starting to dominate Denmark properly, which is good. Also important to note, next episode, 16 days' time, our first ever game in charge of Denmark will be against Algeria, which will be insane to see how that goes. Be calling up my first ever squad. I've already kind of went through that in the 40 minutes of episode 85. Highly recommend you go check that out. And we are going to go in against Algeria and see how we go in a friendly in Denmark. Anyhow, though, back to the end of season review. When it eventually clicks over, we're going to obviously have the end of season review. It'd be nice to see what we can do. And hopefully we continue on. And we can see how much money the club's going to give us. Because we have 35 million in the bank at the moment. We're about to get more money. Here we go. End of season review. As you can see, we did the double. A famous double. Our first ever double. Unreal. Emil Skov has turned into the player, signing of the season. I agree. This guy's just developed into an absolute monster. I know it's going to bring us back to the start screen. I need to scout him for the... I need to add him to the national pool first. B, I need a national report on him. Oh, he's got one, apparently. Not that great, really. I don't really like him. Anyway. Samuel Moreno definitely deserves a shout-out. I think for 1.2 million, whatever we got him on, and he's on low wage, is unreal. Sam Campbell's come in, got him for 290k, which was his release fee. What a signing. Ortega came in on a free. On a free, it's really good. The board's not happy with Philip because they think, it's too much money. I'm sorry, a goalkeeper of this quality, right? I've clicked on his name. It's going to bring me back. Apologies. Goalkeeper of this quality at 17 years of age. By the time this guy is 21, he probably could be one of the best goalkeepers in world football. And if we're ever selling him, we're going to sell him for millions. So the board should really get off my back about that. Philip's really good. I feel like Morton had an indifferent year. He's developed and he looks good, but at the same time, he never ran on a consistent run of scoring goals. And now that we've got a better striking regen coming through as well, who knows? Giuseppe, we signed on the free. This was really just come on, how do you not sign a guy just in case of injuries that looks this good? I'm planning to loan him out next year and see how he goes. He might develop. We might be able to time on a longer contract. If not, with someone we should be able to make a profit on anyway. And Dennis, right? I mean... He does look really good, and he's already at the leading sort of centre attacking mid. He's just not my sort of centre attacking mid, but he's someone that at 20 years of age, you just don't say no to. I really need him to go on loan somewhere, play first team football and develop, but it doesn't really look like it's happened. But on the outs, we obviously made some sales as well. Simon went, we got money. Otter, what a servant. Henry Duss left. Khalud left for money. Oscar, it is what it is. Capped 13 times by South Africa. Oscar has played a lot of games for Berlin for Schalke, and hopefully next year plays for Berlin, because if he does, we're going to get all the money that we want for him, which is about 8 million. Christoph, I don't know how he got 500k for. Leafy went on loan. Wrong Leafy as well. Bubba left. I'm sad to see, and Finley left on a free because he wanted to. And then on the loans, with Dennis we saw, Camille's gone. But important to note, I think this guy, 17 years of age, another hot prospect coming from our youth academy. He had no physicals. His physicals are now starting to develop. He's technically really good at 17. This guy will probably be your future backup goalkeeper in a few seasons' time. And we've actually done really well with the loans out as well. Into the season results. What a year, right? We won the league in a canter. We lost one game all year in the actual season to Copenhagen, and one game in the playoffs, which was a day we should have won the title. And we did win 4-0. Anyway, European Championship. I've got the Zealand new gen face pack, AJ. Zealand new gen 8 face pack. So they've got real faces, all the new gens at the moment. Champions League, top goal scorer of the whole competition was Zahora. We reached the first knockout round. We came through qualifying. We did well. We lost in the opening day to Zebra 7-1 in Italy, and we thought, okay, we're going to absolutely get pumped. Beat PSV. Leipzig 3-2. Yepi scores a 93rd minute free kick. Lose in Germany. Get a point against Zebra. Beat PSV on the final day. Get out the group. And not only do we keep our record at home, we draw Barcelona. We beat them at home. Undefeated in the Champions League at home. What a performance from the boys. Fortunately, Barcelona that day, and we won the Sidebank Pocket, and all your results are there. In the end, no one really gave us a test. Over two legs were too strong for Midtjylland, and we were really, really, really good. Moments to remember was the big win here against Sedova. You say so. I think a moment to remember was obviously our 1-0 win against Barcelona. But goal of the season came. It was the goal that we just saw. Yepi's goal was goal of the year. It was a great goal, but I will show you that goal against Leipzig, which also could have been moment or match to remember. Of all the matches to remember, our 1-0 loss to Lech Poznan, which saw us go through, is a moment to remember. Maybe because we defended for our lives late doors and we held on. But match to remember. 1-1 against Juve. 1-0 against Barcelona. The 3-2 win against Leipzig, Yepi scoring in the 93rd minute. I would have picked a million more games than the Lech 1-0 loss. They need to really work on this. But in terms of the finances, we made so much money. We made $39 million from prize money. Welcome to the Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. Yepi sold a lot of jerseys, no much more than whatever. Our sponsorship deals weren't great. No new sponsorship deals this year. Hopefully next year we start getting sponsorship deals that are befitting of this football club. How we lined up, they reckon our best lineup was that. I would agree to the extent that you're very harsh on thank God. But Joe Hoge probably is just too good, and then it's either thank God or Yepi. You're not dropping Yepi. So you're probably going like that. The rest of the team, though, straightforward. Otto getting in over Moreno, maybe because of Moreno came halfway through the year. I can live with that. But the rest of the team, as standard as you like. Zahora, yet again, 33 starts, 28 goals this season. What a job the man has done. Accolades, we won Danish Head Coach of the Year. Club Awards, Yepi won Player of the Year. We won Young Player of the Year. Skov won Young Player of the Year. Young Goal Scorer. Goal of the Year was Yepi. It was either going to be one of his goals. Rafael Orbest, by the way, had the best average rating as well. We had record breakers for goals in a match. Most league appearances by the end is Zahora at 178, and most league goals at 132. Moreno spent the most. In terms of cup competition, Johan Zahora won European Champions League Golden Boot, mainly because he did come through qualifying to do it. What a year. What a run. What a time. I do not understand how good of a year we've had. It has been sensational. It has honestly been brilliant. But obviously we looked really good. Now we just need to go through and just have a look at what's going on. Add this guy to the shortlist, sure. He looks pretty good. We are scouting people for next year. But now it's time to talk about the squad, where the squad's heading, and then seeing how much money the board want to give us as well. So they reckon this guy could be good for the Danish squad. We might do it. OB finally get relegated for the first time ever. They've been survived on the final day a lot. They finally have gone down, which is good because there's some players there that 100% would like the pinch. But yeah, Yepi unreal, obviously, as well. Obviously, where are they now? The shoe's still here, which is good. What a season review. Clubs and visions, let's get into it. Negotiate the current vision. Reach the third qualifying round minimum. Obviously, I think we go straight into that round, if not the final round of qualifying for winning the league, but I'm not so sure. They want us to win the league and do everything what is new. Squad dynamics, everyone's happy. Discuss the plans for next year, standard usual. Great season. We're going to go away, get ourselves, we're going to do it again. Exactly the reaction. I'll also be after a good showing, reaching the Champions Cup competition proper round next round. They think it's achievable. I do. We'll discuss promises when we come back. Kenny wants promises that he's going to play first team football. He probably will. Right. Now we just need to talk about the squad and we're going to be done here. Right. Training camp plans. Obviously, we've done really well, and there we are. Look, first things first. Goal of the year, I know, went to Yepi, right? And I don't know why it's just showing me that. Oh, it's put me on the Denmark tab, that's why. We can't just go to my tab. But this is the only thing. There we go. Right, there is a Champions League game against Leipzig that we have to just recut this moment again because it was the moment of the save this season. 2-2, game we've dominated against Leipzig, a much better team than ourselves. With Thomas Olsen, Larson, whatever his name is, up top for them, and Yepi just goes and puts it in top bin to win the game in the 92nd minute, right? That is as big as it comes in terms of moments. What a year we had. Now, let's just talk about the squad quickly. I will sim forward to see what sort of money we get. Right, the squad as itself, we're in a very good spot, and there isn't players that I actually really want to change. That I actually think if I didn't make a signing, we kept the same squad, I'm really happy. Because the squad's young enough that they're just going to grow and improve. Right, but the players that we're going to lose. Yepi's wanted by Ghent, it's not going to happen. He would have to go to a bigger club. Empagessi's wanted by Rating, not going to happen. Moreno's going to be here. Marquez sometimes gets interest. Campbell, whatever, right? If there's anything I could say, I would love a 6'5" centre-back that can run and play football and has got 3.5-star ability plus, right? Would be unreal. There's a guy that I'm thinking of, but I don't know how much money I'm going to have. This is where it gets scary. Eugene Neff's wanted by a host of clubs, but more than anything else is he's wanted by Newcastle. If that was the last time Neff played for us, Newcastle will activate 22 million to have the money to do it, and he won't say no because it's Newcastle in the Premier League. Everyone else on this list, I honestly think he will not go to, and we keep Eugene Neff. And he's so important to keep hold of. Andreas, obviously, and Bubnajar, obviously, have had a very good time with it together. And obviously, Bubnajar would come into here as well as club captain. He might not be captain next year. Orbest, what a year. Hopefully keep hold of him. We've got him on a new contract too. I expect this guy to get interest from a few of the bigger nations around as well. Johan Zahora, Dolcek, obviously done really, really well. Zahora's not leaving. And then you've got to just think about things like, thank God, obviously, he didn't play last game because he was suspended. But I don't think we're going to lose him. I don't want to lose him. I want to keep him here. I think he's so good at what he does, thank God. But for me, it's this guy. I cannot wait to see what this guy looks like by the time he's about to turn. On the 23rd of the 10th next year, I just want to see, hey, what do you look like before you turn 16? Because he wasn't that good when he came out. It's only been a few months of training, and he's already this good, right? Imagine what he's going to be just before he turns 16. You know, if the physicals keep going the way he's going, he's actually going to be super quick by the time he's 16. You know, his passing ability's gone from 5 to 7 already, and his vision's already gone from 7 to 9. His technique's already up to 12. His finishing's already in the 14. I think, really, Lars Elgaard Epperson is going to be so good. I just hope no big club comes in and goes, here's, 5-10 million for him right now. And I go, yeah. But, right, it is what it is. And look, it'll be interesting to see what we can do. There's probably room for the squad to be obviously trimmed down a little bit as well. But we'll wait and we'll see. But yeah, if we can keep hold of the same team, I'm really happy. We have got players coming on the in as well for the start of next season. David's coming in. He's not my signing. I didn't sign him, right? But Adam Lodberg is someone that I think could be really, really, really good at 19 years of age, joining me on a free from, he's been out on loan and he's done okay in Bulgaria. He's actually averaged over a 7 in Bulgaria, which is great. But he was at Midtjylland. To take a prospect of Midtjylland and bring him to me just shows you how much we are developing. Very good physicals, very good mentals, can do a job. If we get an injury to Neff, or if Neff leaves, we've already got a guy that I think, if Neff left, I would probably not sign a fullback and just trust Adam to get me to the group stage of the Champions League. The rest of the team carries him. But this guy playing for a full year if Neff left would be insane. Plus being a Danish prospect for the Danish national team would be unreal. Anyhow, boys, we're going to continue forward because we have 37 million in the bank. If there's ever a time that I want to see how much money the board want to give me, it is right now. But yeah, we'll sim forward to the first, and we'll see what they say. Be interesting to see what goes on. We need to tie down some players as well. But if the squad didn't change, I would not be fussed. There's players around on my radar. If the board gave me 10 million, I would be stupid not to spend 5, 6, 7 of that million as well. Neil James gets a work point. Zahora's done well. Board upgraded the training facilities. I have to do this press conference because it's my first press conference. Look. I'll be taking another people from dumping. I'd like to say my favourite approach. Confident the players are both professional and capable enough to adapt to whatever's asked of them. Miguel's going to be part of this team. I'll select those who deserve to play. Simple as that. Done. All right, we got through that. So that had to be done. I couldn't send the assistant because that's my first ever press conference. I can send the assistant to that one there, though, in the final game of the season, which is fine. As much as I would like to do it, we're all here thinking about how much money will the board give us, boys. I don't know how much money the board is going to give us. What I actually might do, YouTube, if it's not here in this 7 inbox, which it's not, I'm actually going to cut back to when it is. I think we just need to see how much the board are going to give us. So I'll be back in a second with the end of season review with us hopefully getting a budget for next season. Hopefully, it's a big one. Welcome back, YouTube. At the top of the screen, board sets initial budget. Right. We're going to make our way up there slowly. Definitely going to make our way up there slowly. This guy, by the way. OB got relegated. I might raid him because there's some really good players. Okay. Our sponsorship and all that went down. Our sponsorship got up. 2 new deals, 575k per year, which is not enough. How much money do we reckon we're going to get? I know Dimson was hopeful for 5 million. How much do you think we're going to get, boys? I think with 35 million in the bank, it wouldn't surprise me. It's about 10. However, who knows? New scouting budget is 324, which is the most. AJ reckons 3 million. 3 to 5 million would be good. I'm going to go that the board love me now. They're going to give me 7. I dropped my pen out of excitement. We have 6 million to spend and a £300 wage. How much are we currently spending, can I just ask? We got 60k. That's huge. That's one of the biggest in the league, I reckon. 6 mil. Gotta make the group stage of the Champions League again. You do think, right? To keep that turnover. That is huge for the save. All of a sudden, I know that we don't really need to sign anyone. My eyes have gone up and I'm going centre-back. Centre-back and an absolute star left wing. If I can find both, expect both to be bought. But if I can find a guy that is like, whatever, wow. Just wow. That is massive. All right, YouTube, that's going to be the end of season review. 6 million to spend. What's the squad going to look like? Who knows? Who we're going to get in the qualifying rounds of the Champions League? Who knows? All I know, what a year. Hopefully next year we do it all again. That is the plan. back-to-back doubles. The group stage of the Champions League. Don't have to make the first knockout round, but the group stage of the Champions League if we spend the money. From Damo and everybody else here. I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.